Hi everyone, this is Sabrine Johnson. I'm back for another fabulous spellbinding video, and I wanted to do today a little bit of a beauty haul video to kind of show you a few of the products I use on my skin and makeup, and a few little beauty tricks that I would like to share with you that I've kind of learned and found out along the way from other people, and some from up here in this crazy little mind of mine, little bag of tricks up there. So one of the first things, I made a little cheat sheet here so it can be organized. One of the most favorite things that I do is I alter my lip gloss. Today I have a fabulous crayon on, and you've seen me use lip glosses in my videos before. You can do this with any lip gloss. I personally hate the taste of lip gloss. It just grosses me out. It's like, ugh, you know. You find the most fabulous color that you love, and then you put it on and you're like, oh my god, what is this made out of? So my little trick that I do is I go get fresh peppermint from the health food store. Any health food store, nutrition store, Whole Foods, whatever like that. You can get it in multiple flavors. Think about it. You have peppermint, you have spearmint, you probably even get vanilla, some other, fragrances or flavors that are going to be more pleasant to the palate. And this is a little bottle, and probably just in like an average tube of lip gloss, I put in about 5 drops. And then I just take the plunger and I put it back and forth and kind of mix it up in there and everything. And it's really nice. It gives you like a really cool sensation on your lips. And let me tell you, the men folk like it too. Sparkly like a little minty, spicy kiss every now and then. So that's really nice, and you just feel that on your lips. It feels much more fresh, tastes so much better, and also gives your breath a little breath of fresh air, not to steal someone else's slogan, but that's my little trick that I do with my lip gloss. It also almost changes the viscosity of the lip gloss, and it makes it a little bit more liquidy. So for me, I even think it actually goes on a little bit smoother. So again, this one's Nature's Alchemy, and how appropriately named, it changes your lip gloss into something magical. And this is, you can see here the peppermint. Again, just 5 drops dropped in there. Mix it up really good. Make sure you plunge it up and down. You can even bend the wand inside there to make sure it's really mixed in there. I've used it with so many lip glosses, from expensive to super cheap from the drugstore, so have fun with that. And like I said, look for the other flavors. Another thing that I do with my makeup brushes, I keep my makeup brushes in a cute little box like this, so I can kind of see them, almost like how a painter does. I think this is better. It's a little bit cleaner. They're all upright, as opposed to laying down in kind of like a case, how some people hold them in a sleeve. They keep on getting slid back down in there, and that's not the most sanitary. So they're up like this. You can get lots of fresh air. You can see I have quite the variety. We'll probably do another tutorial where I can go through and show you kind of my little artist palette of brushes that I like to play with. But one of the most important things is, as we know, we need to keep our brushes clean, because hello, a lot of them are going around our eye area. We don't want to get some stink eye, conjunctivitis, pink eye. That is not cute when you're walking into a club with your eye all glued shut and like gunky. People are like, what is up with that snuggle eye girl? But anyhow, back to the tutorial. So what I do, this is a trick that I learned, is you take a dinner plate, you take a little bit of antibacterial dish soap. You can even use antibacterial hand soap. You would definitely want to make sure that you look for the soap that contains triclosan. You can see on the back here. I'll zoom it in so you can kind of see. I know there's a little bit of a glare and it's in reverse, but that is the active ingredient you need to look for. That's really going to kill a lot of the germs. The trick lies in, you're going to put just a little bit on there. You can start with a little bit and add as you need. Probably maybe a little bit the size of say 2 quarters. In hairdressing we always measure everything by coinage. I don't know why, but I would say two quarters worth, or Susan B. Anthony's, whatever you want to call them. And then you use a little bit of extra virgin olive oil. So you're going to create 2 little dollops, 2 little circles, one here, one here. You're going to take your first brush and you're going to dip it into the antibacterial soap here. And you're going to work that in really good, and then you're going to take it and you're going to put it into the olive oil, and you're going to really work it around very well, and you can kind of go back and forth like that. What that does is the antibacterial properties kill all the cooties and all the germs so you don't get your stink eye. And then, you know, a lot of our brushes, the nicer brushes, need to be made out of natural fibers. It's hair. So you think about if you washed your own hair with a really harsh soap or a shampoo or something like that that's meant to kill germs, it's really going to dry it out. Well, these are natural fibers, like sable, you know, mink, things like that, that are really, you know, very delicate. So when you use it in tandem with the olive oil, which is of course a natural substance, it helps put that moisture back in there. And it doesn't dry them out, so they don't get all like blown out and fluffed out. They're still soft, supple, pliable. So that's what I've done for years to clean my brushes, and I do that probably on average about once a month. So you're going to want to, after you do that, you're going to want to rinse your brushes really, really well under cool water, not hot water. Too much, too aggressive on the fibers. And then blot them really good, like with a paper towel, and then you're going to want to kind of like sponge them together like that, so they're nice and smooth when they're wet. And then I usually like to line them all up on the end of the counter, kind of like, you know, my little mignons, or if you will, and just let them hang on the end of the counter like something like that so they can dry. You wouldn't want to put them like right on the counter or anything like that. Just let them be suspended over the edge of the counter so they can dry and maintain their shape. And I usually do that about overnight, and they're fabulous and like brand new the next morning. So that's my little trick that I do to clean the brushes, and again, that's very important. And then products I use on my face. My skin is very sensitive, so it's taken me kind of a while to figure out which products really work for me. One of my staple products that I use, and I use it in the shower and in the bath and everything. I know Sparkly cracks up. He's like, you love yourself some lavender. I do. And one of my favorite products is Dr. Bronner's. This is like liquid gold, but it is the price of aluminum, girl. This stuff is cheap and fabulous. So this is a liquid bottle. You can take this, you can dilute it. This is the concentrate. You can see I've had this for a couple of months, barely use any. I'll put this in kind of like the hand pumped. We use this to wash our hands at home. I'll throw like a little squirt of this in the bathtub. This is a lavender. They have it in several different fragrances. I think they have almond, spearmint, lavender, they have plain, they have a eucalyptus one, I think. It's been around for years. So I use this, and even if you have like hand washing garments, you can do that in the sink and put this in there, and the lavender just smells delicious. This is a really natural lavender, so it's not overpowering. It's very soft, very delicate, very soothing. So that's really nice. A lot of my hand washables, like the neck scarves that I'll wear, you know, the infinity scarves, I'll wash those in this, and it's so nice to have up around your neck. It's very soothing. You get that aromatherapy. And then it also, they make the bar soaps as well. So I use this in the shower. This is what I use in the shower, and this is amazing. So this is actually what I use to wash my face. I use this bar soap. It's very natural, no naughty ingredients in it. Let's read this. Organic coconut oil, organic palm oil, sodium hydroxide, water, lavender extract, organic olive oil, organic fair deal hemp oil, jojoba oil, lavender extract, sea salt, citric acid, and tocopherol, which is, we all know, vitamin E. So as you can hear, it's very, very natural, mild ingredients. That's what I use to cleanse my face. Wash it in the morning, and I wash it in the evening. I wash it a few times, probably 2-3 times, you know, really work really good. I go in, you know, I use this to remove my eye makeup. It takes my mascara right off. Rinse really good, then go back through, wash really good, like I said, 2 or 3 times. Then I go back over with a plain Cetaphil moisturizer. That's what I use in the morning. They have a Cetaphil moisturizer with a sunscreen, and then they have the moisturizer without. I do not use the sunscreen. If I know I'm going to spend a day at the beach, I definitely do take the sunscreen one with me, but on a daily basis, I don't. Again, my skin is very sensitive, so I find if I use one with sunscreen for too long a period of time, I get breakouts. It just does not agree with me. It has not for years. So that's what I love as a daily moisturizer. Again, Cetaphil is just their basic run-of-the-mill moisturizer. Of course, I left that one in the bathroom, and I'm not going to run across the house to go get that. Girl, you can go to the department store. You know what Cetaphil is. So, and that's what I use. But in the evening, what I do after I wash my face, there's one thing that I get from a plastic surgeon. Yes, I go to a plastic surgeon. You found out. You found out my secret. I am pumped full of toxins. No, not really. But I get this amazing cream from the plastic surgeon that he has compounded. And don't get all your panties in a wad, because I have some tips for you. So he calls it Vanny Cream. And what this is, it is a high concentration or a very strong retinoid, or like kind of like a retin-A derivative. And he compounds the retinoid with hydroquinone, which is actually a little bit of a bleaching agent, which you can find over the counter. Sephora carries several products like that. And the hydroquinone helps even out your skin pigmentation. So if you have any freckling, any age spots, things like that, you can see it really evens it out. All I use on my skin is a little bit of, like you saw, translucent powder, and a little bit of blush. I got a new blush recently, and it's more of a cream blush, and I'm really kind of enjoying it. You just kind of smudge it in with your fingers. So I've been kind of playing around with that a little bit. I do not wear foundation. I don't like the feel of foundation. If I'm going to do a show or something, of course, I'll beat my face for filth. Ooh, I tripped over that. So I beat it for filth, mama. But on a day-to-day basis, I don't really like foundation. It's a little bit too heavy, a little bit too strong. So I use this. And then this also has, the magic ingredient is a cortisone. So that allows you to use it a little bit more aggressively. So any inflammation you get in the skin due to the high strength of the retinoid and the hydroquinone, the cortisone helps kind of like tame that down and repress any like redness, irritation, so you can really treat a little bit more aggressively. And this has been a godsend for me, because it's really helped with fine lines, crepiness, things like that, because basically what retinoids do is they increase the cell turnover rate in your skin, so it helps promote collagen and elastin growth and really firms the skin up and tightens it up and smooths out the texture, because we all need it every once in a while. When you get about 45 and you're looking at yourself in a mirror like this, oof, a little scary. But anyhow, so that's wonderful. And he's located up in Stewart, so if you're one of Dr. Stephen Adler's patients, you can get that. But what I'm also getting at is, if you can't get hold of something like this, get hold of a fabulous dermatologist, which everyone should have, and get on Retin-A Micro. Retin-A Micro is one of the best. That's incredible. It's the best Retin-A, it's the least drying, and you can use that at night. And like with this, you kind of slope up to using. You don't want to use Retin-A like every night right away, because girl, you wake up and your face be peeling. You're like a leopard. You wake up and your nose is going to be on the pillow next to you. So you have to like slope up with some of these products. Like the first week, use it like maybe once a week. Next week, twice a week. And probably at the most I can ever use this is 3 times a week, because it gets pretty intense. And then back to the hydroquinone, you can go to Sephora and you can find it there. And you know, Dr. Oh my gosh, Dr. Perricone makes a fabulous one. So any of the girls at Sephora can point you into the direction for the hydroquinone, and that's wonderful. So look for that. And then you also know that I just covet my eyeshadow primer. And again, I apply that all around the eye area, all the way up into the brow, brush it into the brow like I said in one of my videos, because it helps keep your brow in place, all the way down below the orbital groove where we get like that little bit of puffiness, and then all around the area where we can kind of sometimes get some crow's feet. It helps when you put the makeup back over it. It gives you a smoother finish. Again, this is the Smashbox Photo Finish. And I got the hydrating last time, and I really like it a lot better because around here my skin is a little bit dry, a little bit more delicate, as most of our skin is. And so you can see what this one looks like. It's like a pretty blue aqua color, and that I love this. This has been a godsend. So you let it dry really good before you start to do your makeup. And then this isn't like a super big beauty tip, but this is a find that I just love to share with everyone. Because often when I'm out and about, you know, people are like, oh my god, you smell so good, what are you wearing? And one of my favorite fragrances is J'adore, and it's incredible. And we've all seen the gorgeous Charlize Theron in the commercials, and this stuff is amazing and smells incredible. But girl, this stuff expensive. Sparkly was so sweet to buy me this for our first Christmas together, and I was very touched. But one day I was in the C, the V, and the S, as I call it, and I saw this and I smelled it, and it is, oh my god, like this is kind of gonna come across so cheesy. It's like some designer imposter's version of it, but it's Perfect Sense Fragrances, and again CVS, and you can see this one. It is incredible. It smells so close to it, and so often people are like, what are you wearing? That smells incredible. I love that. And I'm like, oh my god, you gotta get this. One day I actually had it in my purse. We were out to dinner, you know, because I wanted to freshen up a little bit before dinner. It was right after work, and I showed the waitress. I'm like, this is what it is. She goes, oh my god, that's incredible. I have to get that. So definitely look for this. If you love J'adore, this is incredible. So just a little quick beauty tip video I wanted to do today as this gorgeous sun is setting. You can see it kind of like sloping down as the video is going on. And I hope you enjoyed these few little tips, and look forward to another video soon.